Something could happen on this show. You never can tell.
Hi, everybody. It's Pam from the Rock and Roll Show with Pam and Joe. And I've got some special guests here today. And of course, our usual special guest, Joe Farina. Hey, Joe. How's it going?
Hey, good, Pam. Great to be here. Before we introduce our very, very special guest, make sure to like the official Dick Biondi Film Facebook page, join our Dick Biondi Film Facebook group, and check out dickbiondifilm.com. Ladies and gentlemen, it is our pleasure to introduce to you a music legend, just an all-around fantastic person, talented person. Ladies and gentlemen, from the Chi-Lites, please welcome Mr. Marshall Thompson. Marshall, thank you so much for being here with us tonight.
Hey, what a pleasure. What a pleasure to be here. When I heard about it, I said I couldn't wait. I was glad we were on the road on tour to be here to do this for you. So I'm really excited about today.
Oh, that's awesome.
Thank you.
It's such a pleasure to meet you, Marshall. This is the first time I've met you, and I'm honored. It's really, thank you for joining us.
Yes.
I appreciate it. Mm-hmm. A lot of my friends out there be checking it out, and I know when we get through and get it out, you can get it to me, maybe a copy, and I'll put it out on my
beautiful. We love it.
Oh, we love that. That'd be great. Thank you very, very much. And before we talk about Dick Biondi and your thoughts about Dick Biondi, I read something, and correct me if I'm wrong. Before you joined the Chi-Lites, I believe you were, Marshall, were you a drummer? Is that correct?
Yeah, I started off in the drums, and I got my break at the Regal Theatre playing with Gladys Knight in the Pips. And she was a drummer. When I went around, I was rehearsing the drums at home because I was trying to get that gig. So I was rehearsing. So I went into the Regal Theatre in the back door, and I had got me one of them band ties. They thought I was a band member. And I got in there and sit down, and I was watching them rehearse. So the drummer was messing up the show. So Gladys looked down, and I raised my hand. I said, Gladys, could I come up there and play the drums for you?
Oh my gosh.
I said, I've been rehearsing at home for 3 weeks on your song. And I went up there and I played the drums, and I got my first professional job.
Boy, that is some professional job for your first one. Oh my goodness.
That's fantastic. How long, what was that experience like working with her, and how long did you work with her, and how long did you play the drums before eventually moving on to singing and joining the Chi-Lites?
What happened is I was singing, we had the Chi-Lites together. We was the Highlights, Marshall and the Highlights then. But we weren't doing that. We didn't have no hit records or nothing like that at that time. So what I did, after I got through playing with Gladys for the week at the Regal Theatre on 47 and King Drive, we played there for the Regal Theatre. You do a whole week, all the acts come in. And then after that week, then I went with Major Lance. Dick Biondi was playing Major Lance's Monkey Time. So I went with Major Lance and got the job. His drummer got drafted. That's what happened. And he knew that I had played with Gladys Knight for that week. He said, man, you play with Gladys Knight for a week, you can play with me. I said, okay, let's go. So
that's hilarious.
He took me on the airplane and scared me to death. I ain't never been on a plane in my life. And I was going up in there. I said, wow, it go like this? So we ended up in Houston, Texas. And that's where I met Mohammad Ali to be our manager. Ooh. He was our manager at Regal Theatre Club. So I played with Major that week in Houston, Texas at the club. Major was late. So what I did, I went up there and had to sing till he got out the hotel to get up to the place. So the guy say, man, you can sing. I say, man, you ain't seen nothing. I got a group in Chicago named Marshall and the Highlights. And we could sing. Let us come down here. Let us come down here and play your club. And he told me, he said, well, they don't know who y'all are. I said, well, you know what? Muhammad Ali is our new manager. Let's put his name out there. So we put his name up on the marquee, and people was wrapped around the block trying to get in the place.
Oh,
They
wow.
didn't even know who we were. So we went in there and got up on the stage and started tearing that place up. And the girls was going crazy. So we ended up going back there over and over and over. And that's what started off. And then I had the Jackson 5, Michael Jackson and them in Chicago. I was playing all the local clubs with us. So I told Joe, I said, Joe, listen, go to Houston, Texas. My friend is there. They've never been out of town. I said, go to Houston, Texas and play the Ray Barnett Cinder Club. He said, what? I said, I'm going to call him. So I called Ray Barnett on the phone. I said, listen, would you do me a favor? Would you let the Jackson 5, Michael Jackson, and Joe Jackson come to this club? He said, they too young. I said, talk to the police. Could they come in there for a minute? So we ended up taking them to Houston, Texas, and did the show up there. Joe came back so happy. Man, he was crying almost when he got back. He said, Marshall, what a great job. And then we end up back at the Regal Theatre with the Jacksons. The Jacksons was opening up the show. They did the talent show. So went upstairs and told Bobby Keller, the Vancougers, they would headline. I said, hey, kick the Shy Lights to Motown. I wanted to get to Motown so bad. I said, let's get but the Jackson 5 was tearing the stage up downstairs. So Bobby say, who is that making that noise down there? I say, that's the Jackson 5. That's little Michael Jackson. He can dance, man. He said, take me down there to meet him. So I took him downstairs and introduced him to Joe Jackson. And then next thing I know was history the next day. They called me and say, you know, we going to Motown. I said, you going where? I tried to get me to go to Motown. What about me? So we didn't go. We ended up staying in Chicago and end up with the Brunswick Records, which was the best thing for us. Because if we had went to Motown, they had all those great talents over there. You know, had Smokey Robinson and all. We would have just been another person. Yeah. But when we got to Brunswick, they only had Jackie Wilson and the Artistics and groups like that. So we had a better chance. And then we with all them hits.
That's right.
And that's what happened to us.
Oh my gosh. I remember your song, what's it called? Girl, Hey Girl?
Oh Girl.
Oh Girl. Oh Girl. That one and
yeah.
the other one, I remember dancing to those things when I was a kid.
Wow. Well, that old girl was
what's the other one? How can I
Have you seen her?
Have you
Tell me,
seen her?
have you seen her?
How could I forget? I love that song.
Both of those were triple platinum songs for us. The first gold record we had was Give More Power to the People. That got us off the ground. It came into the movie. They had a movie up, Give More Power to the People. So that took us off.
Now, was that about 1970, 71, that first one?
Power to the People was 1970. You sure on it?
Okay. I mean, I love your music, and I was wondering, I mean, if you could tell us some history behind "Oh Girl" and tell me, have you seen her? I mean, those aren't just songs. You know, those are magnificent songs.
Right.
I mean, those are songs that stay with you for a long, long time. I was wondering, I mean, there's just magnificent pieces of work. I was wondering if you could tell us a little bit about those songs.
Well, what happened is we had those songs in the back of the trunk. we used to steal Eugene Records' daddy's car because we didn't have no car. We steal his car and go to rehearsal. You know, so when he come home and go to sleep from his job, he was ahead of Chrysler. And he worked at the Chrysler place, you know, and he brought his car home and said, Gene, we got to go to rehearsal. How can we ride? So Gene said, let's get Daddy's car. Let's get Daddy's car. So Daddy called us about 2 weeks because what he did, he looked at the speed of, he looked at the mileage.
Yeah.
Wrote it down. So when we got back, he said, y'all move that car. So he made us wash dishes for a week. He said they wash dishes. So, but well, Eugene had some great experiences on writing. He was a great talent writer. And then of course, we had Bruce Redeen. You know, Bruce Redeen was the great engineer for us. You know, he went to Michael Jackson and did the Thriller album for Michael.
Oh,
you know,
my goodness.
Yeah, so, but he took our sound that he experienced in the studio at Universal downtown on Walton Street. So he took us up there and made us sit down there and just sing, just go in there and sing. So, but Gene was pulling out songs, experiences from the girls, you know, his wife, his first wife, you know, he was talking about he loved her. Somebody like, oh girl, I'd be in trouble if you left me now. You can believe me. And then later on, he come up with Barbara Acklin. Then have you seen her? Trying to find out because she was a hard artist singing "Love Makes a Woman." So you know it was a great experience. We didn't know, but have you seen her? We was on the road with Jackie Wilson for 1 year, singing the wrong side. We was singing the B side. So we got to Kiel Auditorium in St. Louis, Missouri, and we went on there and did our stage show. And we came on stage. So people started saying, have you seen her? Have you seen her? We say, have you seen her? That's a B-side. That ain't no A-side. We don't even know it. We didn't even rehearse it with the band.
Oh, wow.
So we didn't even rehearse it with the band. So he said, you better get out there and sing do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. You know, something, because they're going to tear this place up. So we went out there and sung it a cappella. And we had a standing ovation.
Oh,
so
my gosh.
I went back to the hotel. I called Carl Davis in Chicago. I said, man, we've been singing the wrong side. He said, you know what? You're going to have you seen the Flip Wilson show, but you got to take Old Girl with it as well. I said, Old Girl? You don't do no Old Girl. That's country western. I think the Have You Seen Her is the one. He said, man, trust me. You take that Old Girl, you never look back. And that's what happened. We did Old Girl on Flip Wilson's show, never looked back.
Wow. And Flip Wilson, holy cow, I love Flip Wilson.
When he was something with Geraldine, he was something.
Oh, yeah, Geraldine was hilarious.
Yeah. But and from there, we just seemed like everything was magic. Everything was hit in a row.
Isn't that great?
That's incredible. That's
love
absolutely
to hear
incredible. This. And was it always your passion, always your dream to be a singer or to be an entertainer?
Well, everybody in my family was entertainer. You know, my father played with Red Allen's band. He was back in the day with Red Fox and Satchmo. Louis Armstrong.
Oh, wow.
Played with those. And my mother was a keyboard player. My uncle, he was a top drummer. He made all of us pick up some drums when we was 3 years old. All the guys had to play the drums at 3. I was sitting up there crying on the drum. But he said, "Dog, you gonna play the drums." I'm thinking about going get me some ice cream or something. He talking about play them drums, but it paid off, you know. So I got a lot of connections through my family, musically inclined. Like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
A lot of talent there.
Nice.
Holy cow.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
This is fantastic. So, I mean, do you have any stories about, some of the people you worked with? Muhammad Ali, that is incredible that he was your manager. That's amazing.
Yeah, Reggie Thomas was our first manager, and he was a bodyguard for Muhammad Ali. So when we got to Houston, Texas, that's how we got to know him.
Okay.
And because I was big from Major Lance, playing with Major Lance on Monkey Time. He had that big hit record. Dick Biondi and this record all the time. He had the big record. So I'm trying to see how could I get my group up there?
Mm-hmm.
And I talked him out of it, and then he said, "Man, Muhammad Ali, Cassius Clay." He said, "He gonna come here?" I said, "Yeah." I'm gonna say I'm manager over there. Reggie Thomas. He's got Muhammad Ali managing us with him. He said, "Oh, we got to do that." So I said, "Just put his name outside." And he put his name outside, and that was history. So everything started rolling over and over and over. Then when we did the the Flip Wilson's show. Next thing we know, we were doing the Dick Clark show. Did Dick Clark show about 7 times. And then we did Sammy and Company, Sammy Davis Jr. and Company. We did that show. And then
Soul Train.
Soul Train.
Soul Train.
Yeah.
We did
No,
Soul Train. So we did right here downtown, we did Soul Train with Don. Don was a very good friend of mine. And Don asked me to round up all the people that's in town so he can get a pilot done, so he can get a deal out in California. Okay. So we got everybody together. Once we have A. Curtis Mayfield, we had Tyrone Davis, Gene Chandler, we had all the people that was here, you know, the artistics right here. And we did the pilot for him. The next thing I know, when he got to California, he called back and said, "We got it." And it was history for him, you know.
That's something. Boy, you had your hand in everything.
Yeah, that's incredible.
You know a lot of very, very talented, famous people.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
And then we get to New York City. Back then we got to New York, we was doing a lot of gigs there. Then here come Beyonce wanted to do our song Crazy in Love. Now here she comes. We did it. And when we recorded it, we sold about 2,000 records. And she did Crazy in Love. She did 16, 15 million. You know, man, that knocked me out. I said, what? 15? The girl got 6 Grammys.
Well, I hope you got some of that money.
Yeah.
Well, we get our royalties. We get our royalties for using our music. I played drums on the record as well. You know.
Did you? For Beyonce?
Yep.
Cool. Oh, cool.
That's
awesome.
I mean, what a historic, magnificent career you've had, and you're still going. And you know, the legacy of the Shy Lights is just out of this world. And Pam and I wanted to congratulate you because next year, 2021, you're going. The Shy Lights are going to get a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Congratulations! That's awesome. Well deserved.
I had to get up off the floor when they announced it.
I bet.
They had to pick me up off the floor. I said, "What? Going where?" You say you're going to Hollywood. You went all the way to the top. You know, but from the bottom, you all the way to the top.
Yeah.
And I talked to the lady when I went out there. When I talked with when I did the speak for Jackie Wilson this year. It was early this year when he got his star, and I was one of the speakers. You know, me and Smokey Robinson and Barry Gordy, who was the speaker. And I didn't dream that I'd be coming back next year for me.
Isn't that great? Congratulations. That's
congratulations.
Really,
That's a
exciting.
Well-deserved honor. And but Pam and I wanted to ask you what are your thoughts on or memories or what are the first words, first thoughts you think of when we mention the name Dick Biondi? What comes to your mind?
First of all, it was a dream to me, you know, because when I was going to do High Park High School, I went there for 1 year. Then I transferred over to Deuce Harbor High School, where I really started playing my drums with Captain Walter Dye. That was the dance teacher, you know, the music teacher. And we went over there, and Dick Biondi was tearing the radio up then. He was the everything then. You know what I'm saying? So we listened to Dick Biondi every day. We never missed Dick Biondi. Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
That's great. And have you ever had a chance to meet him a few times over the years?
Yes, we did. I mean, I believe if you actually ask him my name, he might even remember. Really.
Oh, I'm sure he will remember you. Absolutely.
I met him through Major Lance.
Okay.
Major Lance he was a dancer, and he did Dick Biondi all the time.
That was a big song.
Mm-hmm.
That's great.
Big record, yeah.
Oh yeah, Major Lance, and then the success you've had with the Shy Lights, and still going strong today. Absolutely. And I know the pandemic has thrown everybody a curveball nowadays, but talk about some of the we mentioned the Hollywood Walk of Fame. What are some of the other events and goings on that you have for the future, for you and for the Shylights and for your family? What do you have going on in your future?
We counsel quite a few concerts. We were selling out a lot of concerts, doing 18,000 people in California, doing the arenas where they did basketball and all that. So all that shut down now. So we just relaxing ourselves and being ready. My main thing to me is excited about going out there and get the Hollywood Walk of Fame. You know, the dates come. I've been doing dates for it'll be 62 years. I've been with the Shylights.
Congratulations.
Thank you. When I go out there. So I'm excited about that, getting that start. That's the only thing on my mind right now, getting that start. The show's gonna come. Dates coming anyway, you know.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Well, you're keeping positive through this whole thing, and you're still excited about your music, and you're just full of life. I mean, that's a wonderful thing. You know, good for you.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, because a lot of people are feeling kind of sad right now and having a hard time.
Yeah, but they got to keep it in prayer now.
They have to.
Yeah.
That in prayer, it's going to change. It's not going to stay. It's going to change.
I hear a song in there.
Yes,
it's going to change.
Yes. Yeah, there you go. And if people out there, I mean, you have access to YouTube. Check out the clips of the Shylights. From now and from back of the day. And if you're feeling kind of down or you're not too sure how what's going to happen, watch those videos, listen to the songs, and
keep the music.
You'll feel better, and you're taken back to a time where it was so so special and so unique. And for Pam and I to meet and talk with you, Marshall, really has just been a gas, as they used to say. And I love that term. It's a gas out of sight. I love that stuff. And really, it's been terrific for us.
Now, when I get this tape, you're going to say, Marshall, really promote this tape. That tape is going all over the world.
My goodness.
Man, we
I'm
love
excited.
It, man. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us, Marshall. It was just really fun. I loved hearing your stories. You're a great storyteller.
Yes.
Well, one thing, when you lived it, it's easy to tell.
Isn't it? Yeah, I agree.
That's very, very true. And before I depart, Pam, thank you as always. Marshall, thank you so much. An honor and a pleasure connecting with you and speaking with you. And thank you so much for joining us. Best to you and your family and your loved ones and all your fans out there. And thank you. And before I go, last thing, dickbiondifilm.com, Facebook group, Facebook page. Make sure you also check out Marshall Thompson and the Shylights, their website and their Facebook pages as well. Till next time, everybody, stay groovy, stay safe, and we'll talk to you soon. Thank you, everybody. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So do you want to tell everybody that's watching how they can watch, what your website is?
Shylights.info. That's CHILITES.INFO.
Awesome.
Okay. And then my Facebook page is Marshall Thompson. Go there. And then you got the real Shylights, the real group. That's another one. But a lot of people is on my Facebook page. There's so many people up there. And the fan page is the real group, like I said, Shylights Real Group, MT.
Okay. Awesome. Great. Well, thanks again. Thanks, everybody, for watching. This has been so much fun. This is a slice of history. I just had a ball, and I can't thank you enough, Marshall. So everybody be safe out there, and we'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.
Thank you. I love you.